What's up, guys? Today let's look at 52 Toys Alien Xenomorph designed by Yoshi. This is part of their Lightning Strange Dance line, which the line name is a wordplay on the Chinese pronunciation of 3.75 because the previous figures on this line are all 118 license figure from I think either Capcom or SNK. I can't remember. 52 Toy is actually a pretty sizable company. They previously, outside of these 118 line, they mainly made the Beast Box, which are animal robots that can transform into a cube. I have no experience with them at all, so this is my first figure with them. And Yoshi is a famous Japanese artist slash sculptor who worked on a lot of art projects and video games such as Neo Automaton. He also designed a Predator for 52 Toys and is going to, I presume, is going to release next year. So please go follow him on Twitter. He is a nice guy. Anyway, yeah, let's look at the figure. I think this figure is inspired by Big Chap. It is more like a artist's own interpretation of Big Chap. Let's get the NECA one here. Oh, the box is very interesting. I don't usually care about it, but this one looks pretty interesting. It's like a container. Anyway, stand next to the NECA Big Chap. You can see some similarity, like the translucent dome, rib cage, the shoulder thingy, but this is clearly designed as a creature, and this is a guy in a suit. Also, the Big Chap, the original Big Chap, look a lot more biomechanical than this guy, in my opinion, that is. And he looks, oops, get you out of the way. Like, look at the musculature. He looks a lot more musculature, and these symbol and pattern here and the chest area is very much a Yoshi design. I can really tell because this sort of pattern is very common in his artwork. The leg as well. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at the articulation. Oh, and he's supposed to have a back spike connected via a ball joint. I put it off because impede the head articulation looking up a lot. So I just heat it up and put it off. All right, now he can look up. Still not amazing, but way better because if you have this one plug it in, this is pretty much how much you got it. Like, you can't look up at all. Right, looking down, you can bury his chin. Very nice. Rotation. This part of rotation will be hindered by the tube here, so you can only rotate at the base. Ooh, super tight. I might need to loop them. And of course, tilt. It's not bad. Mainly the tube impeding the articulation. The jaw is also supposed to move. Oops, lip. But because the lower jaw is connected via these tubes, basically these two will hold us in place. Like, see, you can't close them, you can't open them. And when you make him look down, the tube basically push the mouse close. Looking up, the tube stretch the mouse open. So that's a not very good design. I feel like these two should be connected to the head instead of the lower jaw. All right. Anyway, let's look at the shoulder. He has a butterfly joint, and it's actually surprisingly complicated. This piece is the same piece with the chest, and this is a separate piece. There's one ball joint here, and one, this is a ball, this is a peg, so connect here, this can wiggle a bit. So the shoulder is like a amazing Yamaguchi design. Like on figure like this, you can really tell how Amazing Yamaguchi line has influenced the Chinese toy design. You can see them everywhere. Right, for shoulder, if you push up, oops, if you push in too much, it'll come off because this piece is pretty soft. But combining with the shoulder joint and butterfly joint, this is pretty good butterfly range. And raise shoulder, over 90, bicep swivel, double joint arms, wrist ball. This is a floating piece. The issue I have with this figure is they use ratchet joint, and see, it's not tight enough. It's not tight enough. For torso, diaphragm joint, forward, pretty good. Back, not at all. Side, pretty good. Waist joint, forward a bit, back a bit, side, oops. Side a bit. So he can do crunching forward and side to side pretty well, but no crunch back at all. For the hip, this two piece is also similar to Amazing Yamaguchi, connected via ball at the back, so they can get out of the way. Just that when you're moving the leg, you need to tuck them in. You can kick very high. Since the side swivel here is also a ball joint, you can move it. Like there's a wiggle room here. Back. And side kick. So hip articulation is really good. You can also adjust these two pieces to covering out the gaps. All right, like I said, side swivel can wiggle. Double joint knee, not the best looking knee, and also ratcheted. For ankle, it's like a Mayfac neck joint is a curved dumbbell joint. Okay, back. Forward, you need to tuck this one in. Toe joint and ankle pivot. Pretty good knee joint, ankle joint. And this is a hinge and ball. So his articulation is mostly good, except for crunching back and looking up. However, the feel of the joint does not feel very good. Feels a bit feels on the loose side, and I don't see any reason why they have to use ratchet joint instead of friction joint. So that's my opinion. And this tail is bendy wired. Okay. Let's look at the accessories. For tails, you get a posed one, like you can't move them. You get a swappable inner mouth. The upper mouth can be pulled out. Give me a second. All right, there you go. Can pull it out and swap this one in. There you go, it's pretty secured. I'm probably going to throw a brown wash on this thing. I think the NECA design is still better. Maybe the mouth is too small to fit the inner mouth in. I don't know. Anyway, swap the bit back. It's pretty straightforward. We also got 2 extra pair of hands. This is the crawling hand. Open hand, or I don't know what are these for. And of course, back spike. A clear plastic stand. Nothing unusual in there. For the price, it's supposed to be, for me, it's around slightly over 30 bucks. I think he probably should come with a bit more, like, I don't know, a face hugger, a egg or something. I feel like it's a bit lacking in terms of the accessories. All right, let's do the size comparison. Down back a bit. Of course, big chap from NECA. And burned alien, scorched alien. As you can see, he is very small compared to this 2 big guy. Since we compared the Xenomorph, of course, we're going to compare them with NECA's. This is Alpha Predator. Yeah, and Jungle Hunter. Okay. The last couples are Marvel Legend, McFarlane, and this one I think can pair with him pretty well. Sexy Eyes Manticora. All right, do I recommend this? I think this figure is, like, for us Asians, it's very good value because NECA for some reason has lost their license to sell alien and predator figure in Asia, and this is outside of Hot Toys. This is probably the only way we can get aliens and predator figure in the near future for non-import price. Like, I can get a NECA predator from America, but that's gonna cost me Mayfair's price, and I don't think that's worth it for a NECA figure. For us Asians, I think this is very much worth it. I think in Japan it costs like 6,000 yen. That's very cheap, to be honest. But for Americans, if this guy costs like 40, then I think that's okay. But if 50, 60, I think you should think about it, unless you really like the design. Anyway, that's it. See you guys next time.